intelligence tells us the object has settled into a stationary orbit.
Wow, that's good news.
What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of the 3 6 Mafia called The End. And this is the chapter 1 of the album. And y'all should know who 3 6 Mafia is by now if y'all check out all my other reviews of them. They don't need no introduction. This right here is their second album that was released under Prophet Entertainment. It came out in like late 96, early 97. And this is the real CD right here. What I mean by real CD is this is the original CD. So I know there's plenty other releases that they came out with, but this is the original one. I remember when this album came out, everybody around me was so hyped for this thing to come out, man, back in those times. I'll just, like I said, I'll give y'all the credits who made the beats for the album. Y'all know it was DJ Paul and Juicy J. I believe Insane Wayne was a little part of the production. May he rest in peace. And the features, I'll go along with the songs, which I'm about to do. All right, so let me zoom it in. Y'all should be able to see that. So the first one is called Our Arrival. This is pretty much an intro. I believe they got this part from Independence Day or one of those movies. I can't remember. Then the next one is called Stump. Koopster, he starts that song off on point.
What's this in them trees? These are the things that help me visit these ego thieves. Me and DJ Paul, we got the hook up, finna go steak.
May he rest in peace. And then Lord as well, rest in peace. He came through with a really nice verse, man. He goes in on the song. Familiar with the hooks.
Stop, motherfucker, stop, motherfucker, stop. Stop, motherfucker.
And then Juicy J comes through and rips up on this song, man. This has to be my favorite Juicy J verse.
Not long ago, deep in the north, when niggas stay drunk and smoke Newports from Marble Street with all my peeps. I used to scratch and program beats and made a mix with real.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I remember I used to vouch for Juicy J all the time, man, because I always dig his flow. I always dig the way he raps and everything, man. So I used to be a Juicy J voucher back in those times. And then Paul comes through with a pretty good verse. And y'all know this beat is sampled from the Unsolved Mysteries, man. Definitely a dope track. Money Flow. Man, this features K-Rock, may he rest in peace. And this is a dope track as well, man. K-Rock rips the freak up on this song. This is probably one of my favorite verses from him.
Everybody rockin' with MC man, scanning and kicking this shit that you can't understand. Stupid that bitches, they wanna be killing. We murder the bitch fall out of the vein.
The way he raps on there is crazy. And then Paul comes in with a pretty good verse. And then Koopster come through with a really nice verse. And then it's a dope sample from Scarface, the rapper that is, on the hook. And then Gangsta Boo, may she rest in peace. He comes through with a really dope verse.
Dollar signs is on my mind. Look into my fucking eyes. Get you hypnotized. Let you know that profit on the rise. Why you
and then Lord comes through with that fast flow, man. And then Juicy J comes through with a nice verse as well. The next one is Late Night Tip.
I'm not the type that get involved in long relationships. Taking trips and buying gifts, I'm sorry, I'm not.
And this track right here, I always loved it. I will say that I played the hell out of this song back then. So now when I hear it, it's still a good song, but I played it so much times, man. But Lord comes through with a really nice verse.
You heard about me cause you're a scarecrow groupie, but there's no pressure on you cause you know what you must do.
And then Paul and Gangsta Boo does well with their verses. I always love that part when they goes,
I need a coach bag.
I can't be even doing it.
I need my hair done.
Me too, I ain't got nothing to do.
I love that part, man. And then Gangsta Boo comes through with a really nice verse. And then Juicy J comes through with a nice flow. And then Koopster finishes off the track really nice.
Come here, come here, come here, the Koopster crying tears. I can't think positive when no one cares of how I feel.
And again, if you like this song, I ain't taking that away. It's just that I played it so many times when it first came out. Got You Shaking.
Triple fucking six in your face. Got you shaking, duck my thugs from profit deposit. I'll give them a reason to duck. Triple fucking fucking sick.
For those that don't know who they referring to on this song, and I found out, I'm gonna tell y'all how I found out. When I first heard the song, I was wondering why were they talking so much crap. You know what? I'll hold that there. Anyway, Gangsta Blue comes through with a really dope verse, and then Juicy J comes through with a nice verse. Lloyd comes through with a really dope verse.
Look at them, Mr. My flush on the make. Bullets up after another bullet place. Bodies are falling up under the floor. Ear is trying to crawl at the door. What did he fuck with the
Paul is definitely going off.
Your lyric was weak as fuck, so ho, I just stole your beat.
And then now I talk about the part at the end. They just going off, just talking trash about this individual, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, at the time, I didn't know who they was talking about.
You motherfucking $2 ass nigga, I break it down to 150, motherfucking hoe.
I didn't hear Play a Fly until late 99 or early 99 or something like that, when he came out with the Just Getting It On album. When I heard Triple B Mafia, that's when I was like, damn, this song do sound familiar. So I said, it makes sense now. Now I know why they was talking crap like that on this song. You know, on Gotcha Shakin'. They basically was mocking Play a Fly. To make a long story short, if you remember the song Triple B Mafia by Play a Fly, he was talking crap about them at the end. On this song, they doing the same thing, kind of mocking him. But anyway, regardless, it's a really dope track, man. If you like dissing songs, you would definitely love it. I Ain't Going.
Taking care of my motherfucking business, I ain't going, bitch. Saving none of your hoes and they'll never be. I'm taking care of my motherfucking.
Now, I know people may not really care for the song, but I really dig it. I love that beat when it kicks in, you know what I'm saying? And then Lord comes through with a really dope verse.
What will you do? Here comes the rat, here comes the tat. Beat him with bats, chop with the axe, throw it the gas. Don't hit a mac, if I was back, then for a jack, making a stack.
Koopsa comes through with a really nice verse. Juicy J comes in with a really nice verse. And if, in case y'all wondering,
Sometimes it's like I'm in a movie. Like the movie screen, these niggas don't say nothing to me. Unless I be looking mean, and if you stick a knife right through.
I think this is the first time when he raps, you can hear the painting in the background. I believe this is the first time he's done this, as far as I know. But it's a really dope verse with Juicy J, and then Paul comes through with a really dope verse. Overall, it's a pretty good track. Like I said, I love that beat. Good stuff.
Give me some of that good stuff. Give me something that'll feel kind of special.
This is a really nice track, kind of laid back. Paul comes through with a really laid back verse. Lord Infamous comes through with a really dope verse.
Smoke out your lungs and powder your nose. We grabbing big bitches or something, we kick it. We breaking out season, we breaking out sticks, and we breaking out singles and make them all stick.
This is probably one of my favorite verses from him. And then Gangsta Boo comes through with a really nice verse. And then Juicy J does really good. And then Koopsa does really well.
Man, he may be the crunk, they funny, but it's super bionic. Sick her one that's in there funny like a motor or something.
This is probably one of my personal favorite tracks off of the album, man. Real talk. And I love that hook too. The next one is Walk Up to Your House.
Walk up to your house, I go your door and blow your ass up. Walk up to your house, I go your door and blow your ass up. Walk up to your house, I go your door and blow.
This is a really dope track. And you know, at the beginning, I really think they're taking shots at Play a Fly, if I'm not mistaken. It sounds like. This is a remake of the original Walk Up to Your House. Y'all remember the track from the Underground Volume 1. That's the original version. This right here is the remake. This track is nice, man. Juicy J comes through with the verse that he rapped on the original Walk Up to Your House. And then Gangsta Boo comes through with a really dope verse.
What's up, do you wanna come and compete against this lady? This lady's thing is scandalous. I'm talking about crazy, coming like the nuts, kicking in dope.
Koopsa does well. Lord Infamous went in though. He comes in with that fast flow. And then Paul comes in with a really dope verse, man. This is probably one of my favorite verses from DJ Paul, man.
I just can't stop, I keep on loading my gun. I can't be seeing my stuff stop until I feel the calm. This ain't no sitcom, your income.
Goes in on this song. And that beat is bumping too. This is probably another one of my personal favorites. The next one is In Too Deep.
Made it too deep to get out now. They always told me death was the only way out. I'm sitting up all night, I can't.
They have two different versions now. They got this version that's on the end, and they got the other one on chapter 2. I personally like the chapter 2 version a little bit better than this one. This one is cool though. Lord comes through with a pretty nice verse, and then Koopsta does well.
Over just before a sound went pop. Then I reached for my heart. Oh my God, Koopsta just spit raw.
Then Gangsta Boo also, and then Juicy J comes through with a really dope verse.
And after dark, deep in the park, them dope the fiends will start to light their pipe all through the night. I used to wonder with God, please help the poor come on.
I told y'all this was back when I used to vouch for Juicy J a lot. And then Paul comes through with a really dope verse. Again, this is probably another one of my favorite verses from Paul, man. He goes in. But like I told y'all, I prefer the chapter 2 one, but I think some people would like this version too. Last Man Standing. This features Gangsta Black and M Child. Now, this is back to the dark, devilish type sounds from 3 6 Mafia, and it's a dope sample. One of the West Coast rappers, I can't remember who, but I know it sounds familiar. Lord Infamous come through with a really scary verse, man. Probably one of the most eerie verses.
Please don't go to sleep, never go to sleep. You may not awake, cause I'm going to take you deep down beneath the scarecrows in the woods.
And then Gangsta Boo comes in with a really nice verse, and then Juice come through with a dope verse. And then Paul goes in with his, man. He's taking shots at Bone too on this track.
The last man standing, none else be part of the B.O.N.E. Come from that root before, son of all my enemy. Niggas tried to come quick.
Then Gangsta Black, he comes through with a really dope verse. And then M Child goes in just doing it, man.
A smile to a frown, make a nigga think that I'm on drugs. Orange Mound, where I be. Mac M Child is who I be. A young to a restless, got you.
This is one of my personal favorites off of the album, Real Talk. I love this track right here. Destruction Terror. This is a really nice track right here. They have a dope sample from LL Cool J. And then Koopsta comes through with a really nice verse.
Like we was beat with the streets, we put to your cheese. We had to spread all, yeah, but guess what happened next? Me and my 6 niggas had.
Paul comes through with a dope verse. And Juicy J comes through with a really nice verse from him.
Be a motherfucker up, aftermath when I blast. Leave a motherfucker buck laying down in the grass. Niggas acting like they hard pulling.
And then Gangsta Boo comes in with a nice verse. And then Lord comes in and rips up, finish the track off really nice, man.
Punch the blade of the guillotine, put a bitch out of her misery. Fuck a hoe out the galaxy, and from a sort of fatality.
And then I like the little samples at the end, the scratching and mixing on the track, and the beat is bumping too. Did I mention that? Body Parts. Now, this is the first body part.
Yeah, MC Magnus, bitch, still playing cars and bound on you clowns. K-Rock is this motherfucker, Collins and Malcolm.
And it features a whole bunch of people, man. I mean, people such as Indo G, MC Mac, K-Rock is on here, Gangsta Black, M Child. Crunchy Black is on this song as well, because I know Crunchy Black wasn't on much of the songs. But the beat is bumping, man. It's hard to explain who did what, man. All of them came through with a really dope verses, man. But I think Indo G did the damn thing on here, man.
Rolling with the devil on the level, dig your ditch, bitch. Hit you with the hiker on the mic, make your ass rich. Hickory, cause I pull out my Glock and I'm ready to pump up on biz.
MC Mac, K-Rock. Like I said, man, it's hard to. This track right here, I'm sure most of y'all would dig this one. The beat is bumping, like I said. And if y'all remember the sample of Running Lip Song, or it's another name of the track. I can't remember, but this is easily a tight track. I'm sure most of y'all would love, man. This takes me back in 97, 98, just bumping this thing, man. When I was a young teen, this thing is dope.
Got my bag, now watch how quickly I react with that
Lord Infamous track called Where Is the Bud?
Where is the bug? Where is the bug? Where is the bug? Where is the bug?
And I believe this like a little official video. I'm putting that in quotes. This is an official video for this track. And Lord Infamous come through with some really dope verses.
The the U, the D, the we, give me a shotgun. Oh please, love chicken.
Just talking about the bud and all that good stuff people like to do. Even though I don't smoke, you know what I'm saying? This is still a really dope track that I just played the hell out, man, because that beat is bumping. I mean, you can't go wrong with this track, man. I mean, this is another one of my personal favorites.
And I need a couple of quarts or something so I can get full. We smoking the ink, we get blowed up, the ink, we get fucked up. We taking them hard pulls, you'll get a
Get 'em crunk. This is another dope track from these guys.
Motherfucker, we gonna get it crunk. If you ain't crunk a buck, what you gotta get the fuck? One fool caught himself hot and got the fuck off the floor.
And I know people try to say Lil Jon invented crunk, but this came out in '97. As far as I'm concerned, Lil Jon wasn't even really around back then. Koopsta comes through with a really dope verse, and then that hook, I love that hook, man. One of my favorite hooks from these guys. And then Lord Infamous goes in with that verse. He rips the hell up on this track. And then Juicy J comes through with a really nice verse.
Never tryna dodge a nigga, cause I let my nuts hang strapped with the Smith & Wesson. If I have to bring the pain, bring the pain, bring the...
And then Gangsta Boo, I love her verse on here. She does the damn thing.
Baby, come on, get it crunk. But so what, you scared of something? Like got it, party, fucking hot until you fuck up something.
And then Paul does nice with his verse, man. And again, the beat is bumping out the frame. This is probably one of my personal favorites as well. Where the Killers Hang. This features Project Pat, and I should say Crunchy Black as well. It's a dope sample of Master P. I believe it's the I'm Bout It song. And then Lord Infamous comes through with a really dope verse, rapping fast like a mug.
Wake up in the attic, my victim been panic. They try to get frantic, got blown up the planet. They don't understand it, so just can't stand it. That's how I planned it, fuck you, goddammit.
Then Project Pat comes through with a really nice verse. And then Koopsta does really well with his. I love the way he raps on this one.
They see this hectic, so I'm calling up to God. Me and my Charles partner Booker, he's a rapper down with bars.
Crunchy Black raps on this song. He does a really good job. And for people who say that Crunchy Black can't rap, man, y'all need to check his verse out, man. He does a good job with that.
When you smell the aroma from them blunts, when I hit corners, don't you duck, don't you dodge, cause it's only gonna be.
And then Project Pat again raps on this song with a nice verse. Overall, it's a really nice track. And then the end, that's just an instrumental. A nice beat though, by the way. I ain't taking nothing away from it, but it's just an instrumental. Now, they have a full song of it on Prophet Posse Body Parts album called Catch a Blast with T-Rock and M-Child. And then the last one is called Life of Death.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me. If you fucking talking, you niggas still breathing.
This features the Killer Clan Kazi, but it's only MC Mac, K-Rock, and Koopsta. But this is a really dope track. MC Mac comes through with a really nice verse.
I'm setting my stakes high to achieve and make cheese, cause I'm known to be the Mac. But as soon as I take 2 steps to the future, it seems I get pulled 3 steps back.
Really dope, actually. I don't mean to say that, but MC Mac comes in with a really dope verse. K-Rock raps fast like a mug on this song. And then Koopsta goes in with that dope verse. One of my favorite verse on here.
You ain't cool, you a new group in the Killer Clan, cause it will blast every motherfucking have to. Real from a palm, 2 niggas in my trunk.
The beat is really nice. And then at the end, they has the piano sample from Insane Wayne. He does it on at the end of this track. This is a really nice track from these guys. So that's all the songs that I reviewed from this album. I pretty much did all of them. To rate this out of a 10, I would give this a solid 9 out of a 10. This is probably one of the best 3 6 Mafia albums, man. The crazy part about it is that even though this album came out under Prophet Entertainment, this was right before they switched to Hypnotized Minds. I still don't think a lot of people know about this album. I know a lot of people know about the Last to Walk album, and then you got the Most Known Unknowns, the Unbreakables, and then Even When the Smoke Clears. But I don't think many people know about The End. this to me was like 3 6 Mafia at their prime, man. Not taken away from When the Smoke Cleared, because I love that album too. But this one right here was with the camp kind of still together, doing a thing. I mean, yo, this right here has to be one of the dopest albums from these guys. And the reason why I gave it a 9, and I'm being very lenient on this, is because some of the songs I played it so much. So if I would have heard this the first time, I would say it's a classic. Straight up. So with that being said, I know this is a pretty long video, and I didn't mean it to be, but y'all should know I'm a 3 6 Mafia fan. So for anyone that loves Memphis rap, I think y'all would love the hell out of this album, straight up. Or even a down south fan. I think down south fans will probably appreciate this thing too. And it's sad that the members done gone, man. And you know, we grew up listening to this stuff, man. And these type of music, to me, is starting to fade away, because this album came out almost 30 years ago, and it can still hold up new artists, group albums today. That's how crazy it is, man. Hear this album out on the streams. I'm sure you can hear it, but there's a song missing from the streams. I think it was Life or Death. You can't listen to that on the streams. That's why I say physical copies, man. But with that being said, shout out to the whole 3 6 Mafia. Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo, Coopster, Lord Infamous. And shout out to the other 3. Shout out to all the features. Rest in peace to Insane Wayne as well. Much love to the real folks. And I'll be on here back with another review. Alright? Peace out, guys.
Break out, everybody break out.